But because I've experienced that, where someone said, or more than, well, maybe only two people might have said that. You seem like you got a lot of things that you're doing. I was thinking, they're saying in their head, the dialogue or the conversation was, she probably don't have time, to be in a relationship, to be married. And I'm like, wow, okay, but how do you know that? You just see me busy doesn't mean I don't have time. Understand that my husband would be priority, but he wouldn't even want me to stop. My future husband, that is. He wouldn't want me to stop what I'm doing if he sees that he's part of it, because he understands that when he met me, you met my purpose, you met my passion, you met my strength, my ability. You met the value that I have and how I can enhance and complement your life, his life, right? So the next time you see a woman who looks like she have a lot going on that she won't have time for you, get to know her first, okay? And then you'll know for sure. You'll watch her moves, how she dance with you, meaning how much she makes time to spend with you, how she takes the time to talk with you and try to understand you and your world, and you reciprocate that. Don't cut her off, okay, while she is explaining and sharing with you, because your mind is already thinking, oh my God. A lot of times your thought process becomes a barrier. She probably ain't got this. It's like you start canceling things before they even happen.
You can still get your life back. Get your life back. It's real. Get your life back. Get your life back.
Listen, I'm putting together a forum of women, single women like me, who want to convey a message to you single men, because a lot of times we have perceptions based on what we see, but we don't know, and what we don't understand, or based on a tradition of thought, because of the way that we are raised in this culture. And I'm going to explain that. A lot of times, and I want to talk about this because this is something that I have experienced, and the women that I am inviting to speak on this forum have experienced as well. We are all successful women. We have achieved some goals and living some dreams, and got busy schedules doing a lot of great things because we are single. Some of us are moms, some of us have grown children, and some of us have no children. But in our dating experience, a lot of times we have came across men who perceive that because we are busy being go-getters, alpha female, meaning when I say alpha female, I mean a go-getter, visionary, making things happen, moving and shaking. I'm talking about that positive side of it. So don't let your mind go to the negative side when you hear alpha female. Making things happen, achieving some goals. That's what I mean by alpha female. We're not sitting down and just waiting for a knight in shining armor to come and rescue us. And so a lot of times when men see that, they think in their mind, based on the culture we live in, I'll explain that in a minute, that we don't have time to be married, or we don't want to be married, or we won't have time for our husbands. Not thinking, see, in my mind, my intellectual and high emotional intelligent mind says, I would say to a person like that, I think you're busy because the person is single. We won't automatically think that about a man, because we're already used to men working and doing things, because that's the way we've been raised, right? I'm thinking, you out there doing things. You're not sitting around waiting for somebody to rescue you. We're not sitting around waiting for somebody to rescue us. We're living our dreams. We're doing things. If you looked at it from the positive sense, we got a lot to bring to the table to help you men, single men. We can grow together and build your dream, build our dreams together. Whatever we're doing, we bring a lot to the table that can help you. Look at it as help, suitable, fit. And so when we come across that, a lot of times men will back up because they perceiving that we don't have the time for a relationship when you hadn't even approached us and got to know us. Get to know us first. make a fast judgment without evidence and facts. Get to find out that with all of the getting and the moving and the shaking and making things happen, we want somebody to come. Some of us want somebody to rescue us. We don't want to have to always work 2 and 3 jobs to keep a roof over our head, or take care of our families, or just to have extra to enjoy life and do things. But we have to do something. We should not be waiting, just twiddling our thumbs, just hoping Prince Charming is going to come and rescue me. So we doing what we're doing. And we also grew up in a culture where men are used to or taught that women, we accommodate our lives for men. A lot of us women back in the days were groomed to be wives and mothers. That's it. Not going out to pursue your dreams, live your goals, live in your purpose, and get all that God has for you. We've been taught this as well, that you have to make room for your husband. It's always about serving the man. And so we're living in a different times where, guess what? We can do both. We love the women that are going to be in a forum. We love to serve. We believe in submission, not subservient, but we believe in submitting to one another. Husband and wives submit to one another. I can get under his vision and he can come under my vision, and we can bring our visions together and we can complement each other. It don't have to be a competition. You're perceiving it a certain way that is unhealthy, and it actually blocks you from meeting probably that one that you're looking for. And so that's what we want to convey to men. It's not even nothing negative, no male bashing, nothing like that. It's to get an understanding that we will love someone that we can lay our head on and just take some of the load off. But we don't have that choice. If we're single, we have to keep things moving. We can't let life happen to us. God has given us the power and authority to do things. He's given us the power to get wealth, right? So this is how we have to live life, and understand that a lot of us, when we meet you, we'll be like, oh my God, thank you. And so of course there's an adjustment period, because if a person is used to being single for a long time, and this is for men and women, we also need to have grace to understand that we have to shift now. We have to adjust our minds, our brains, our bodies, to relinquish some responsibility on the other person that we have in our life now. Even with that, there must be an adjustment. It's a process. But if you have a certain level of emotional intelligence to understand that, empathy, then you will have enough grace to do that. Okay? And so that's what we want to talk about on the forum. We want to let you know that we are available, but we can't wait. We can't just, because you know what? There's more women. We all know this. There's more women to a man. So there's competition out there. There's a lot going on. So we don't have as many options as it. Now, God can make things happen. But what I'm saying is, facts, it's not a lot of options. It's like, I don't even know the statistic. I have to look at the latest statistics of how many women to every man there is. Right? And so, but we're here. We're available. We are ready. We just living life because God said we can, and pursuing our passions and our purpose, and understand that we complement your life and you the same, and we build together. So I hope that any man who sees this and who watches the forum get the message, and don't allow your perception to back you off from what would be the ideal relationship that you've been looking for, the woman that you've been waiting for and looking for. The worst thing a person can do is say yes or no. My mother taught me that. At the end of the day, are you going to die? Is it the end of the world if the person says no? Maybe they're just not compatible. But because I've experienced that, where someone said, or more than, well, maybe only 2 people might have said that. You seem like you got a lot of things that you're doing. I was thinking, they're saying in their head, the dialogue or the conversation was, she probably don't have time, to be in a relationship, to be married. And I'm like, wow, okay, but how do you know that? you just see me busy doesn't mean I don't have time. Understand that my husband would be priority, but he wouldn't even want me to stop. My future husband, that is. He wouldn't want me to stop what I'm doing if he sees that he's part of it, because he understands that when he met me, you met my purpose, you met my passion, you met my strength, my ability. You met the value that I have and how I can enhance and complement your life, his life, right? And he'll see how nurturing I am, how passionate I am. You know, but those things are reserved because there's no one in that space. So guess what? All of that energy is going to other things. But when he comes along, oh my God, watch out now. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it right there. But anyway, for those of you who are new, I am Cheryl Howard. I'm a certified life purpose coach. I am a pastoral counselor. I am an inspirational and prophetic speaker, an author. And so, but the women I'm going to have, like I said, oh my God, these women have it going on. They have it going on, and all of them want to be married. All of them want to be married, but they're meeting men who lack certain tools or skills in certain areas. And I mean important skills like healthy communication, effective communication. The reason why I brought up emotional, not only emotional maturity, but emotional intelligence. Some of them are lacking the empathy, where it lends them to hear and listen, to be that safe space for us women, that when we want to share how we're feeling, what we're going through, they're not able to do that. It's like the capacity. Now, God's given us all the capacity, but I mean, they're not utilizing and pulling from that capacity to be able to listen and be that safe space for us to vent and share. You know, so I know a lot of men have to learn that because sometimes they didn't see it. It wasn't modeled. You know, but when you come across the women who's willing to teach, you're still fighting. And so you need to do some work to prepare yourself for a relationship. There's always a preparation. And a lot of times we don't learn that we need to prepare ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to allow somebody else in that same space that we share with them. And so we can be there for each other. So everything is reciprocated: the nurturing, the love, the forgiveness, the grace, the understanding. And so this is not with everybody, but we women who are on this forum, we have a lot of these same things in common. Our experiences are similar. When we meet different men, again, lacking empathy, understanding, the way they process things, that it's just like, wow, you don't even. Empathy lends you, again, the ability to listen and understand and put yourself in other people's shoes. It's not even about agreeing. It's about understanding the why and the how. Then when you do that, your loved one will feel validated and heard. Like, okay, you hear and you get what I'm saying. And you understand that this is my experience. As long as I'm saying it healthy, I'm not saying all people, I'm not generalizing or overgeneralizing. I'm not even angry. I may just be sharing my experience. And that man who's emotionally mature, instead of allowing his mind to create scenarios that and things that I'm not even saying, and narratives, it's like, where do you get that from? Because you're not allowing me to finish my point and to express what I'm feeling. Your mind is already thinking I'm going to go to a certain place. And so these are just some of the things that we have been experiencing. And I said, we need to do a forum and talk about these things. And you know what? It may be with teaching men about this so they can think twice and think differently about things and become introspective and go, I'll probably do that too. Like being honest with yourself. You know, we women are on it. We're doing our work. Matter of fact, some of us are therapists and counselors and business women, and oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of all the professions. But a lot of us work in fields where we have learned, first of all, being a woman, a lot of us learn to be introspective and understanding who we are inside and how we influence our families and our communities. But a lot of us work in fields where we even train to do that even more. So yes, we have high levels of emotional intelligence. You know, we sensitive to other people's experiences. We feel other people. We feel for them. We are nurturers naturally. And so the women I have on here, they're so loving and passionate. When they're in a relationship or when they would be in a marital relationship, oh my God, you will see the floodgates open. because they just been roiding and preserving. And so I just want you to get that, man. I want you to get that. And I want you to take some things away from the forum. I will come on and make an announcement of the date that we will have this forum for women and for men. Okay, and we want to convey this message so you can understand. So the next time you see a woman who looks like she have a lot going on, that she won't have time for you, get to know her first. Okay? And then you'll know for sure. You know, you'll watch her moves, how she dance with you, you know, meaning how much she makes time to spend with you, how she takes the time to talk with you and try to understand you and your world, and you reciprocate that. Don't cut her off, okay, while she is explaining and sharing with you, because your mind is already thinking, oh my God. A lot of times your thought process becomes a barrier. She probably got this. It's like you start canceling things before they even happen, or you start worrying about things before they even happen yet. It's like an all or nothing thinking, and things have to develop. Relationships have to develop. So I'm just asking you to be patient, approach a relationship with grace, right? Forgiveness and empathy. I'm done. All right, I look forward to doing this forum. I've been wanting to do it for a while, so it's going to be interesting. And I would love for you to put in the comments who feel like they want to just watch the forum, sign up and be a part of it as well. And then you can also put your comments in the section, because we're going to probably do it on Zoom, so you'll be able to chat and talk with us, you know, through and out the forum. Okay, bye-bye.
Get your life back. Get your life